So this is my persuasive policy speech. Um, Today I will be advocating for environmental policy change. So I'm going to be speaking about biodiversity. So what is biodiversity? How does that impact humans and the environment as well as the ecosystem? So biodiversity is a variety of all living things on Earth, including different species, genetic variations within those species, and the ecosystem they form. So there are three parts of biodiversity. You have genetic diversity, which is the variety of genes within species. You have species diversity, which is a variety of different species in a general area. And then you also have ecosystem diversity, which is the variety of different habitats, communities, and ecological processes. So there's also another important thing, which is the web of life. The web of life is important to note because it is the interconnected through like complex web interactions within that environment. So like the animals, the plants, um, the decomposition process, um, so yeah, why is biodiversity so important and beneficial to humans? So, you know, with biodiversity, preserving biodiversity, you have environments and ecosystems that can help thrive and sustain our own life. Not only that, but it provides the fundamental services, which are clean air, clean water, pollination, soil formation, and according to the World Wildlife Fund, biodiversity supports everything in nature that we need to survive: food, clean water, medicine, and shelter. So, you know, biodiversity is the variety of animals, plants, fungi, and even microorganisms like bacteria that make up the natural world. Each of these species and organisms work together to form the ecosystem, an intricate web that maintain and balance to support life. So, introducing the problem, biodiversity loss can affect our environment. Everyday humans are putting pressure on the planet. We use and consume more and more resources by the year, and this is creating the risk of upsetting the balance between the ecosystems and losing biodiversity. So, according to the World Wildlife Fund, an average 73% decline in global population of mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, amphibians since the 1970s. It also states that in 2019, the landmark global assessment report by Intergovernmental Platform of Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services reported that 1 million animals and plant species are now threatened with extinction, the highest number in human history. The extinction of animals due to changing the environment and ecosystem may lead to co-extinction to other animals and also plants. This um this can lead to a chain reaction of extinction within animals and boost ecosystem collapse. With that, when losing plants, we are distributing the foundation of our existence. Plants provide air for us to breathe, through photosynthesis. This may also diminish the food that we eat. When we lose plants, we risk the chance of potential food scarcity and may also boost nutritional deficiencies. So now I want to go about the cause. Biodiversity comes from mostly the actions of land clearing, and its activities. We humans have been taking over forests for quite some time now. You know, as the process goes further and further, the growth and the rapid population of humans um, and development, which, according to the Earth Organization, this includes deforestation to support the growing cattle and livestock industries, logging to provide commodities like paper and wood, and as well as coastal development to make space for ever expanding cities and urban spaces. With this going on, and we're losing wildlife at a significant rate, the amount of habitat in every day. Earth Organization also mentions forests, especially, are home to 80% of all terrestrial species of animals, plants, insects on our planet. And our continual activities has lost about 3.3 million hectares forest areas since 2010 to 2015. The food will be scarce for animals within these habitats, fighting over the same food, prey, shelter, less than which is critical for reproduction of animals. This may lead to population decline for many species during deforestation. Some animals may be killed because they're not able to flee their homes and may be caught in the machinery. Um, and yeah, so the solution for the problem, the government creating well-crafted policies. This may help within limiting harmful practices such as deforestation, overfishing, as well as pollution. We can battle this by facilitating and establishing protection of areas can be created and viewed as safe areas for wildlife to thrive. Many policy changes can be protected certain areas, environmental impact assessments, which evaluate, it's like taking data to see how defor or biodiversity, the non-conservation of biodiversity and how it may affect us and just overall like the environment. And then you also have species protection laws, pollution control regulations, and incentive programs that will reward businesses for practicing and adopting environmental friendly approaches. So some of those approaches may include the use of renewable energy like solar, wind, hydropower, geometro power, or geothermal energy, as well as ocean energy, which can be beneficial and alternative for fossil fuels. Um, Combating climate change. The conservation of biodiversity can help with assurance of continuing the existence of a wide range of crops that may help withstand disease and biochemicals that promote health. So, like availability for pollination and pest control within a healthy environment, contributing to modern medicines and their advancements. Outdoors environment can also give and promote humans the ability to increase life satisfaction. Maintaining a healthy ecosystem can also bring a steady food, water supply, as well as aesthetics, recreation, and other multiple benefits. So, now coming to my conclusion, biodiversity is something that will eventually affect us all. The earth comes back, from anything we throw at it, no matter what. Like, you have to think before the Earth wasn't a um habitable environment. It came from like gases, toxic gases, creating itself for life to start to form. So, you know, in the end, we humans need to see that the damage that we're causing is not only to ourselves, but the environment that we share with, which is also the animals. But, we should care more because, like, this is our planet. Like, the earth gives us everything we need to thrive and, grow and just like appreciate it more. I think we take it for granted. But, I spoke about the problem, of biodiversity, which is the process of destroying the environment and the ecosystem, which can harm us, the solution, which is advocating policies that promote the health of an ecosystem and environment, and lastly, I spoke about the benefits of conserving biodiversity. So, thank you for listening, and y'all have a great night.